Yo, there we go. Oh, let me get to the face. What is up, y'all? Hope everybody's doing good this morning. I know that I've had a pretty decent morning. Good start to it. And I am excited to get deeper into the story of Hogwarts Legacy. What makes me feel silly is the fact that one of my friends said, "Oh, I beat the main storyline so early." And he had been playing for 32 hours. I am at a solid 15 right now, so that would mean I'm only halfway through. I thought I was way closer to beating the main storyline, but I guess it would make sense for this to be a big honking one, considering that there's no multiplayer outside of mods. It be what it be, right? But anyway, I'm about to go whip somebody's ass. Let me get my Twitch dashboard up here. There we go. But yeah, so there's supposedly a whole heap more to do. Salamander, what's up? Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good today. I got a little bit of sunshine. Went for a little bit of a walk. Nikki and I had a pretty good time this morning, so we played some Pokemon Go. It's DB Cooper doing his thing. That's what's up. I always thought salamanders were super cool. Where I lived in the mountains, they would oftentimes be like in the morning dew. The water standing on the grass and the leaves and things like that. And I always thought that was really cool. Like little water lizards, somehow not in the water. I had this idea that, like, since salamanders were, you know, in creeks and stuff like that, that's the place where they were supposed to be. So it always freaked me out when I saw them just like on land running around. I was like, how the fuck are they doing this? Alright. Where am I supposed to go? I'm like the Walker, Texas Ranger of Hogwarts. Solving crime. Whipping somebody's ass if I got to. Okay. Travel there. Yeah, we got a bunch around here under old rotten structures. Ooh. Interesting. You can't just be going around looking underneath old rotten structures around here, especially like barns and shit, for the sole reason that you may come upon like a very poisonous snake. Because that's the kind of shit that they usually hide under. The cool thing about a lot of the dangerous shit around here is that you got to go looking for it, almost. Bears will kind of find their way into your area and your space, but like mostly the spiders and the snakes that are really poisonous, you kind of got to be in their space. Like a freshly stacked pile of wood, probably not going to be where they're at. But one that's been sitting for a minute in a sunny spot, you can almost guarantee you there's going to be some snakes in that thing. But it seems like, at least over my lifetime, the bears don't give a shit.
Oi, pass that fire whiskey over here.
That fire whiskey? Oh shit. Where are these boys?
Who's there?
You about to find out.
Oh, you think you're so clever. Your acrobatic only postpone the inevitable. No!
Yeah, I need to change this up for whipping ass. We'll go ahead and... yeah, I like it. I like that.
I will make you
Get on out of here. Whipping the goblin ass. Is that all of them? That was all of them. Hell yeah. I actually rescued 3 different salamanders last summer while tearing down an old shed. Holy shit. Damn, I didn't know y'all didn't have to worry about snakes. Look, it's not like we're overrun with them, but if the perfect habitat exists, they're gonna find it probably. You know, so like a sunny spot with a big old stack of wood that's been sitting there for half a year, you know, 8 months. You're probably gonna run into some snakes, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, I just started fucking doing the thing. Hey! Now everybody can see the fucking game. This whole time I've been sitting here playing this, DB Cooper's been like, look at this dumbass. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Ooh, thought you had me, didn't you, boy? Turn you straight in to a wolf pelt. Bring your ass on over here, son. Why you running? Why you running, boy? Where did you go? How am I on top of this? Did you like go underneath? Ah. Zombies. You son of a bitch. Oh shit. Damn. No, thank you. That's the truth. Thank you. You helped me out a ton, dude. I was over here looking like a jackass. Dude, those prickly mushrooms. DB, you're good, bro. You're good. You're 100% good. That was all me and me alone. Hey, Zambi. Whipping the zombie ass. It just can't be stopped. So what's even fucking down here? Is it worth anything? Ah. So I guess I got a scarf that's better? My God. Hey, bring my defense up. Let's do it. It's kind of weird that the scarf's blue. I look like, you know, I got green and blue. It's not the best look. But it brings my defense up, so who gives a shit? It reminds me of playing like Elder Scrolls. There's so many times that I've been like, yes, midway through the game, I'm like, finally my armor matches. Because I've been running around mismatched this whole fucking time. That's why I love like the Thieves Guild armor. Like getting the Nightingale armor in Skyrim was so sick. Because I looked like a fucking goof with all my mismatched shit that I had, you know. Just trying to have the strongest armor. We're fighting everything. Let's go. Where you at? Where you at? Hey. More stuff and things. I would love to whip one of these around, dude. Could you imagine flying around on a broom like this? Oh, that would be so sick. I wonder, I get super anxiety from flying on airplanes, so I wonder how much I would be tripping balls if I was on something as small as a fucking broomstick. I might be propelled by my own shit that I shit in my fucking pants. No need for magic. Just embarrassment. Nino, what's up? How does it hang, my brother? Hey, what's up, Elliot? Elliot. I will never not think of E.T. whenever I hear the name Elliot. You motherfucker. Not gonna Leviosa the thing. Alright. Not gonna Accio the thing. It's like fire and fire only. How's that? How's that for you? Bitch ass spiders. Woo! You mother... Alright, where else? When am I going to get the spells I'm not supposed to learn?
So foul.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've pulled the broom midair. That's a pretty neat trick. Wouldn't it be sick if they added like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater mode where you can do a bunch of tricks on the broomstick? That would be dope.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Fuck it. Oh, y'all think I'm not coming in here to do business? I'm here to whip y'all's ass. You gonna find out. You gonna find out today, boys. natural beige scarf. And I don't think that's going to bring up my defense at all. I need my pimp back. What's up, Michael? Oh shit, Jake's in the house. Sorry I'm late. I had to nip to the shop. You know, there's no need to apologize. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Nanopolis, who has been lonely and disheveled and abandoned, waiting for his master to arrive. Never a fan of Harry Potter. I mean, people like what they like, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you were to say you were never a Lord of the Rings fan, at that point there may be some issues, but you know, I still don't judge too harshly on that. It's just hard for me to understand, if you feel me. Because we all know that shit goes hard as fuck. Tony Hawk, that's right. If I was in a Harry Potter movie, who would I be and why? I would probably be like a Muggle interest piece writer at the Daily Prophet. I'd probably just be investigating the weird ways of Muggles and like Muggle society. And I'd probably be an outcast. I'd probably be hated by, you know, the people who don't like the people who are mixed with wizards and non-wizards and all that shit. I'd be playing punk rock gigs at the pubs in Hogsmeade. You know, pretty much the same thing I do now. I'd be talking shit about Quidditch. Nikki says she would be Lona Lovegood. Because you're absent-minded and what? And weird as fuck? And she loves good. Yeah, I would be Hagrid. Instead of a giant that's full of hair all over the place, I would be short, balding. I would still cry about animals, though. And I'm still a dumbass to a certain degree, but I mean well, and I will be there in your defense if you need me. Be cool if I had a magic umbrella, too. Hey, this is pretty dope. Why didn't I go to where I'm supposed to go? Bunch of giblins.
I'll bury you in the deepest vault. You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce.
Wow, that was funny. Old Chadgrid. Ooh. I've already been to this castle here. Let me just fast travel back to where I should have been anyway. I actually drank butterbeer while I was in Florida. There's an amusement park called Universal Studios in Orlando at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Yeah, I've been to Universal, but when I was at Universal, it was much different, okay? The ride that I went on was about Jaws. And I went to this thing that was... it was like a interactive movie. It was like you sat in a theater, but they had actors come out on stage, and they had special effects on a screen and all this other shit. And it was the Terminator. And at one point, the robots came up on the sides of the halls and in the aisles of the fucking theater. We were all sitting there like this, and next thing you know, the fucking Terminators just started popping up out of the floor and firing off blank bullets from real fucking machine guns and just... And you could see the fire coming off the barrels of these things. There is no fucking way this shit could happen now. I mean, this was post-Columbine. This was like 1996, 1997 or something, okay? I was like 6 or 7 years old. And these fucking robots rise from the floor and just start unloading from like machine guns. It was one of the most horrifying experiences of my life. I was like, holy shit. There's like 12 Terminators in here going ham. But yeah, they could definitely not do that nowadays. And the Jaws ride was crazy. My grandmother was with me, and there was a sign that says, like, if you have heart conditions, if you're elderly or whatever, you can't ride this ride.
Enjoying the view.
I was like, Grandma, can you ride this? You're old.
Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it. Even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know.
Well, let's do it, homie.
I'll take you to my uncle's.
Let's do it. Hello?
This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight.
What's your question, Michael?
Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that...
It's an onion.
It
We've
is?
been over this, boy. Shrivelfix cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
What the hell?
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no...
Hey, Wolfbane, don't you know this game is hurtful?
I can never.
JK, hat guy, rock on, man. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry.
Give this bitch some Pepto-Bismol, man. Fuck, what's wrong with you? I've been there. I know that pain.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Have I thought about playing the Blair Witch Project game? Not this early in the morning, I haven't.
Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Rock on, Wolfbane. I really appreciate the donation, man. Thank you. Do I have goals up? I do, but they're not scream alerts now. Even though Nikki did scream watching me play this game. That is a fact. She got scared. I think a spider jumped out from behind something, and she was like, oh god. Ah, that doesn't help. I remember going to Madame Tussauds when I was younger. I paid for some stuff, and fucker whipped out a cleaver. Oh god. What's that, the Sweeney Todd shit? Will there be a new Punisher game for PS5? The last Punisher game that I remember coming out was one that you had to download from the PlayStation Store for the PS3, and it was a first-person shooter.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes. Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian
It's
is
true.
single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some
Come on,
sort of
man.
dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon.
Yeah.
Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
The Punisher game for PS2 is fire. I got the same one, but it's for Xbox.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Damn.
I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I did check out your YouTube channel, homie, and I like Spider-Man. I thought that it was an interesting concept, and good luck with that, man. Do what you want to do, bro. Eventually, you'll get really good at it if you keep doing it, and there are probably people out there that are a lot like you, and they'll resonate with that. That's what I found, like, even myself, before I started making any kind of content whatsoever, I always thought, like, I'm stupid. Like, who's going to give a shit about anything I have to say or anything that I do? Like, who the fuck am I, you know? And it turns out, you know, I'm not the fucking Mr. Beast of the world, but I've got a pretty badass community of cool-ass people who like to have fun.
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult.
So do
to
your
bear.
thing, man. Eventually you'll get great at it, and people will be drawn to
Are
that.
you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right.
Oh,
The pain
son of a bitch.
first comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault.
Oh God,
It's
shorty.
nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new fifth year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day.
God, he's crazy.
So they're in common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian
Thomas
mentioned
Jane
something
was
about
the
your
man.
uncle being an ex-Auror.
Without a doubt, those
He's
Punisher,
after all
or that
one
Punisher
of
movie
the
was cool as
loyalists.
hell.
I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle
Can I
is
skip
right.
this?
This curse cannot be undone. Sebastian cannot take away my pain.
Sebastian! I feel like it's the never-ending story. Sebastian! Sebastian!
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you.
I remember having a
Search for
PS2 video
cures
game at
futile, I'm
Blockbuster
afraid.
when I
I'm
was
getting
a
tired.
kid growing up. It was an exciting feeling when getting a movie or a video game from Blockbuster as a kid
I wish
till you had to return them.
I ought
The
to
Murky
have
Kraken.
transferring.
Turns out there's a lot of people who are the right amount of dumb. 5 pounds, homie. Thank you. Appreciate it. The Murky Kraken, the place where your dreams go to die. It's a wonderful establishment. You should check it out. I suggest steering clear of their butterbeer, but everything else seems to be pretty on point. Punisher Warzone was a fucking bloodbath. It was insane. I think that's what that PS3 first-person shooter was based off of. I think it came out around the time of Punisher Warzone. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. DB Cooper says, I'm glad you and Nikki are streamers because you guys definitely have the great personality for it. Thank you very much. Jack Black is in the third Never-Ending Story movie. I think there's one Blockbuster still existing in Alaska, if I'm not
Listen to
mistaken.
me. She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Yeah,
I
he
know
is.
he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he
Let me
thinks is
see.
best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow.
Hold
Always
on just a
calling me
second.
my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the
Ooh.
one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done.
What
for her.
if
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more
Wolverine had been Lord of
It
the
has changed
Vampires?
entirely.
Ooh,
I miss my sister,
that's an interesting
and
one.
I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
I'm trying to find. I've got a Punisher crossover comic here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Actually, check this out. This is The Punisher, Moon Knight, and Spider-Man. I think this is from... What year is this? Probably the late 80s, early 90s. But yeah, check that shit out. I've had this for a long time. That's why I was stoked whenever the Moon Knight show came out. So I was like, holy shit. He had one of the coolest looks of any Marvel character. I always thought his shit looked fucking amazing. This is from October 19th, 1990. But yeah, look at that cover art. Isn't that fucking sick? It would be really cool if they had them all in a show. It's like, that's the shit thing about the shows that will like never be able to emulate the comics. Is you just can't get all those characters together in an episode or something. Like that could happen on Spider-Man the Animated Series, but one of these Disney Plus live action shows, are they really going to fucking throw Spider-Man, Moon Knight, and Punisher in an episode together? Probably fucking not. Probably never going to see that.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Like Spider-Man and Howard the Duck. Never gonna happen. Batman and Spawn. Happened in comics. They ain't never gonna fucking do that shit in live action. Would be amazing if they did, though. I mean, who wouldn't watch that?
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne.
Those motherfuckers.
This way.
Yeah, I have, I think I have the first Max comic. That's definitely a weird one.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing.
You
He's an honor to be a
bastards.
part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard, isn't he?
Damn it.
You are scared of me up there. Surely you can see that.
Smash. Okay, there we go.
Made your last mistake.
What'd you say? Did he just say he was gonna eat my ass like steak? That's an insult, bro. I am not only hearing what I wanted to hear, I'm pretty sure he said he wanted to eat my ass like steak. I mean, would you put it past a goblin to say that? Yeah. My man. You're really stepping up to me this way. I'm about to smash boxes on your head and everything else now. Didn't have to. But then you went and done it. And when you done it, ain't nothing I can do about it.
I will make you.
Oh, will you? I'm gonna send you back to Gringotts. Bang. Dear Lord, this is a real epic battle going on right now. Really? Damn, how many more are there?
That was a bit more than I bargained for.
You damn
I
right.
tried to warn you.
That was a bit what?
More than I bargained for. We just had to fight like fucking 40 goblins. Jeez. See, DB Cooper, he heard it. He said, I heard it too. He's one of those butt-munching goblins.
What are you doing, Turkey? I gotta get my shoes on.
Yeah, Wolverine as a fucking vampire is terrifying. I was in a movie, it was called Clash of the Titans. That's funny.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree
Shit,
more.
dude, am I really fucking
This is where
doing
it
this
happened.
again? God
We
damn
smelled
it.
smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were
My
shooting
bad,
from the
homies.
estate.
Jesus
Before my
fucking
uncle and I
Christ.
could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a
Damn
horde
it,
of
Darren.
goblins, frantically trying to
Why
stamp
would you
out the
do
flames.
that?
Suddenly,
Y'all
an
gotta keep
icy
me on
voice
point.
drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems like a violent response to a
Yeah,
child
missed the
wandering
whole
by.
fucking battle.
What were they trying to hide?
At least y'all got to
My
see me
thoughts
though.
Exactly. It may be grasping
my beauty,
bigwigs,
my
but I keep
sexiness.
thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her.
No, I still got like over an hour
Perhaps you're right.
to stream.
The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here. And it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Well, Jake, if you want to come on the voice chat on Discord and keep me in check, you're more than welcome to join. You can plug the Murky Kraken that way if you'd like. It's up to you. Oh, Nanopolis is back with the sweaty crack, he says.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Bars. Hi, Shorty. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Everybody would be so happy to be able to pet you right now. Oh my God. Return of the Mac. Yeah, I'll just call you, Jake. Direct massage. Make sure I've got everything set correctly here. Bow. Oh my God. What am I looking for? Ah.
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
'Tis a wonder. Alright, hold on. Yo, can you hear me? Maybe. Maybe not. Ah. Hey, DB's back. Back again. DB's back. Tell a friend. Get the Brit into the stream. Yeah, most people show up on YouTube, but we're trying to build our Twitch also. I really appreciate whoever shared the stream in the Renegade server. I try not to do that just because, like, I don't want to... I've seen other people interact with the Discord server over on Renegade Media Group specifically to get views and to get followers and to kind of leech off of that situation. So I'm not really trying to do that much. Of course, I'm a member of it. Nate wouldn't care at all. And it's all good. But I just feel like whenever he set me out to do my own thing, I wanted to make my own thing and not have to resort to constantly sharing shit over on the Renegade server and trying to pull people off there onto my shit. Just seems kind of dickish to a certain degree. And like I was telling Nanopolis the other day, like, even if we release a video and we know we're going to end up releasing the same video, I will do my damnedest to separate a reaction to the same thing at least by a day. At least. Just because I know that we do share a lot of the same homies, so...
And if back when he was live streaming, like, we would purposely not live stream.
Yeah, whenever Nate streams, I try not to stream at all. Sometimes it happens, but I'm not making that a something that I'm trying to do all the time or anything. What the fuck? Ah, Nikki's heading out.
Broke a fingernail off.
Are you going to get your hair did?
I am. I'm so excited. Hi, guys. But look at this.
Hold on,
Look
I'll
at this.
bring this up so you can say hi.
Okay, hi. Yeah, I'm just gonna bitch about my fingernail because I did them last night, and then they're fake, and I broke one off getting the cheese out when I made your omelet. How the fuck does that happen? So I laid it specifically.
You broke a fingernail off in my omelet?
No.
What the fuck?
And so I laid it on the table, and I was like, okay, this is where it's going to be, so when I have time to just glue it back on, and it's gone. So you didn't throw it away or anything? No?
I didn't throw away your fingernail.
It's gone, and I have to leave.
Shorty might have eaten it.
You have a booger.
Do I? Get it.
I can't, no.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm good?
Maybe it's
Cheech
just
and
the
Chong?
nose in your hair. I don't know.
Maybe it's just the nose in my hair?
Yeah.
You said the nose in my hair.
Oh. I would not have even noticed
Oh.
it. Pointed out. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my hair done. Bye, Shorty. Big
Yeah.
boy. No. Be
Wow.
careful if you roll backwards because he's right behind you.
Oh, he's lying down?
The baby.
What a baby.
He's a baby. Hi, Shorty. You say hi to everybody? Huh?
Answer the call, you hillbilly. Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Bye, love you.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Shit.
Sorry, sir. My bad, sir. We forget this is
I come first, Jake.
this is actually Jake's world. We're just living in it.
Oh yeah. This is just my stream now.
I'm the captain now.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Give me just a second. Get your levels right.
Oh shit. Am I too loud?
You should be good now. Yay! I got the assist. The homie can help me co-pilot here. I appreciate it.
I don't know how much I'm going to be able to help, mainly due to the fact that there's a bit of a stream delay, so I'm still not going to be as useful, but I'll be able to at least point out if you just sat there like an idiot with the fucking game minimized.
Well, yeah, that was not my brightest moment, but I have those every day. I have that shit all the time. So for me, it's just like, oh, I'm fucking an idiot again? Hey, not much has changed.
Oh, fuck you, Nino. Ew, there's a Brit speaking.
Yeah, I
Who's
mean,
this every time?
I am playing Hogwarts Legacy, so that's bound to happen anyway. But I definitely, could have went without adding to it extra, but, he's here. Unlike Monopolist running around with a sweaty crack. How does crack get sweaty? Did you ever ask yourself that, Jake? Maybe he's two-timing you.
Probably. I've always been
Probably.
knocking it off with
without hesitation. You're like, oh, him hoeing? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard he's been knocking it off with one of the cashiers at the shop.
Whose home is this?
It's terrible.
Been abandoned long since I've lived here.
That booty's mine.
He's been delivering the Swiss chocolate.
Centuries ago.
World famous.
But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house.
Try and read the chat if I can.
You can read.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I can Sonic the Hedgehog roll in this game now. Isn't that sick?
What the fuck?
This well looks familiar.
This fucking Sonic spin dash the enemies. Is that a spell?
It just, you hold down B and he's like, woo. Woo.
Bjorn. Real Brit reacts to hillbilly playing Hogwarts Legacy.
I mean, honestly, that's the truth. Like, if we get down to it, how is he wrong in that statement?
The worst part is that I've watched the movies. I haven't read the books.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not exactly an authority on the lore.
Yeah, well, obviously me either with my big ass fucking 0.5 score on your test. I really...
I made that test, like, a bit tricky, but not impossible. And you still fucking just...
Sebastian.
Like, it was a
I've
dumpster
seen
fire.
this before.
Dude.
This house.
I listened to the audiobooks for the most part.
When? Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
And I did that recently, because I'll listen to audiobooks to go to sleep. Right now I'm using the Silmarillion, and let me tell you, if you want
that's the Lord of the Rings thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. If you want it's like the history of it's like Genesis from the Bible, except Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but was I wrong in that it's a Lord of the Rings thing?
It is a Tolkien thing that is connected to
Tolkien-esque
Middle Earth,
book.
History and all that shit. But yeah, bro, like, it's like audio NyQuil. This shit will Mike Tyson uppercut your brain and you will go to sleep.
Well, yeah, that just happens if you're listening to a fucking, essentially, the Bible.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. What the fuck, man?
Well, apparently Bjorn has said they do that move in the movies. Spin dash.
Yeah. But from the side, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like he literally goes into a little wheel. And it's blue, and it's blurring. I'm just like, fucking, it's Sonic. This is the Sonic game everybody's been talking about. They're dumb. This is Harry Potter.
Well, apparently Nino has both read the books and seen the movies. He still doesn't know anything about Harry Snotter. His fucking words exactly.
Over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
I know that Nino will try and fucking, like, tell you this isn't true, but he's a smart motherfucker, dude.
He's smarter than he lets on, but...
anybody that doesn't have English as their first language that can convince a fucking native English speaker that they speak just as good as anybody. Like if he never told me he was a European homie, I would never know it.
Oh yeah, unlike my doghouse, I can't even hide it.
Yeah, do your best American accent.
I'm not doing that. I'll sound like a tit.
You'll sound like a what?
I sound like a tit. Like you know.
Just do it.
No, you're not going to be able to convince me.
Sebastian, this house did belong to old.
I've come on here to help you out, and you're trying to call me out.
What do you
It would be funny as fuck because I can do a British accent.
That showed this house.
Can you?
There was a little girl and a dragon.
What?
There's a big fucking question mark around that.
Became a Hogwarts professor.
What kind of a big fucking question mark around that? What? Who the fuck are you? Huh? Who the fuck are you? It's all the same. As long as I get to circle around those islands.
I realize it's a lot to take
It's
in.
not the same.
Sure, I understand.
No, if you fucking went to Scotland and said, Brits are good, you know, English and Scottish, they're the same thing, you get your fucking head kicked in.
It has to do with
What? If I talk like Harry Potter or someone from the fucking Harry Potter games,
Something you found at Gringotts.
Hogwarts and lot and the lot,
Slightly better.
You can see
That's
traces
slightly
of
better.
ancient magic.
Better for
Think
what?
Rock is trying to harness. And now you've been
Is this what
witnessing
I actually
memories
sound
left
like?
by keepers.
No, you're much more posh than that.
And this house
What's really that
belonged to a
pot?
Hogwarts
I've told you
professor
about this.
who
I've
was
told
one
you
of
about
these
this.
non-British keepers
Right my end.
hundreds of years ago.
Like, if you
If I
say
didn't
someone's
know you,
posh,
I think you were pulling my leg.
that's an
It is
insult.
all a bit much. Put it like that.
What about Posh
We don't
Spice?
have good reason to search
You know,
this house.
everybody had
Well, no one
respect
liked
for
it.
Posh
About
Spice.
what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Everybody had tons of respect for the Spice Girls, dude.
Someone piled this here for a reason.
It's like whenever I hear British rap, like drill rap and all that shit, I'm just like, bro, y'all are not nearly as hard as the Spice Girls. Like, y'all get punked out by Baby Spice alone. Like, what's wrong with y'all? You got to do better.
Well, apparently Nino watched a lot of, you know, English TV with Dutch subtitles, so he just picked it up.
What was he watching? Sanford and Son?
He didn't mention.
Sanford and Son, probably.
Probably. This
Why
is
can't I
from
get my
Film Clim. What the fuck is that name? Hat Guy, will you watch Alex Bale Magic School Bus Theory?
Oh, actually, we got that on the list. So, yeah, we will be watching that soon. Miss Frizzle was a fucking terrifying bitch, dude. Miss Frizzle was fucking terrifying. I'm convinced she was a witch.
Probably.
She's taking people, like, inside the titty nipple for no reason. You just show up to class and be like, all right, we're about to go inside this cow's udder. Why the fuck are we going? Why? Tell us about it. Put something on the projector screen. Don't shrink us, dude.
I remember watching a fucking show. This is all for the Brits in the audience. Is that there was a show called The Demon Headmaster, and basically it was just like he's a fucking lunatic who's got like fucking magic powers. He's like a fucking sorcerer or some shit.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
And he just brutalizes students for no reason.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
Was I supposed to just like
Tells
attack
me they're
this?
after something bigger.
Jake say, I would like to have a cheeseburger in an American accent.
Seems these journal entries are from his
It's not
travel.
happening.
Harry Potter. Yeah, that's it.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, that's the thing is like you call it like Harry.
A journal
Harry.
is adorers.
Harry.
I should
It's Harry
hold on to
Potter
this.
is.
Well, I mean, it is not. You know, there's literally an H there. It's just
That's
your...
a silent H.
No, it's not a silent H. It is not a silent H.
Yeah, but the English language came from England, so
Right. You know, it just got.
this is our thing. And Harry Potter came from England too.
It just got.
So you cannot tell me otherwise.
It just got mastered in America, dude. You
You're
know,
not going to believe this. I can see the
things can progress. Things can get better.
A daydream.
That's mastered with massive
That happens
quotation
to me
marks around it.
I don't. It's like all the British musicians just started singing like people from America all of a sudden. Also, did you ever notice that?
I know it sounds strange, but
Honestly, nothing you say
Possibly.
sounds strange
To be honest, I don't really
Fair
listen to that.
enough.
The Beatles
That
were
much,
like,
traditional music.
I can see
the Beatles were like,
through
"Fuck
stone
this.
wall, as though it's a window.
We're gonna sound like Americans and get rich
This
as
has happened
hell."
before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability.
Surprised
to
the game.
sense
This is from
ancient
Darren.
magic.
Surprised the game in England. Not a
You said
single
you
use of the
didn't
word
really
wanker or
understand
the word
it.
cunt.
But you couldn't wield it.
That's true.
That is actually.
I'm still
Like, I
not
want to
sure
hear a
what
wizard just say,
What
"Oh,
I do
bollocks."
know is that my ability
Bollocks,
to
yeah.
travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here.
Oh, Nino says that he watched Nickelodeon.
But perhaps best not to tell
That's what he
anyone
watched.
else about
Oh
Subtitles.
yeah.
Even ominous.
Understood. Invisible
Nickelodeon.
secret ancient magic passageway.
Jake, will you say if I donate? Bjorn, no.
I'm tempted to hold my.
The Beatles
I'm
be
not
like,
saying you shouldn't donate, but I'm not doing it if you don't.
we're horribly untalented. Let's cater to Americans and get filthy rich. Yeah. They did do a lot of stuff. They did.
Alright. Bjorn, well, if anyone, the first person to donate, I will do the cheeseburger line in my best American accent I can muster.
Are you exploiting yourself for my benefit? Homie,
Yes.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. That's the most beautiful thing anyone's ever done for me.
Doesn't have to be a big donation, just any
would the
donation
door lead
or
us here?
$1.
Sebastian,
Now he's really whoring himself out.
No, I'm just trying to help you out, homie.
Well, I do appreciate you. You're beautiful.
Oh, you say that back. I'm ugly. I'm ugly brute. Like, you can't be saying that on fucking air.
Oh my God! It's a torn out piece of paper.
why
Can you
are
believe
cryptic
it?
Here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Fucking Bjorn. If I donate and you don't say it, you look like a bit of a knob. Oh, fuck it up.
We're not allowed to say it. We've come close enough to saying it already. Don't
Like
do
saying
it.
what?
See you next Tuesday.
I already said it.
Right. Thank God I was talking over top of you.
I don't know what it is about that word is so casual in like Europe and England and things like that.
On
But, like, in
mine,
America,
on
it's
mine,
such a bad thing.
on mine and your rules. Who cares? I would say it a million fucking times just to prove how little I
A
care.
room symbol.
When it comes to CEO of I will castrate you and then you're just like done.
A keeper.
It's
lived
put
in
into
house
the
centuries
terms of
ago,
hate speech
and
for
the
some
realm of
reason.
his lot have been
I,
searching there.
oh yeah.
Just a word.
No. See you next Tuesday. In YouTube and Google's opinion is on the level with hard R N-word.
I don't think so.
They put it.
That's
I
They
can see
put the
traces around your
same.
system.
They will do the same thing to your channel for
Very well.
saying "See you next Tuesday"
That
that they
doesn't
will
mean
the
it's not
N-word hard
ancient
R.
There's
now.
still so much we don't know about it.
alright. Then me and Nino are screwed then.
Well, I mean, Australia's off. They can't even make YouTube channels anymore.
But now I need to see
Like
Is
this.
that an
that.
actual thing? Like Australia is basically just banned from YouTube.
Well, they'll hit you with a strike for like hate speech.
In Hogwarts.
For just being Australian.
No, for saying "See you next Tuesday."
Just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find.
That's not right. That's,
No
Yeah.
idea our visits
And
here will fold into all
so
this.
that kind of just cancels them out by proxy.
it's,
But I'm glad you
it's,
told me everything you did.
Australia's bad.
it's not like you're saying the quote unquote N word.
Dude,
It's
they
not like you're saying that.
no,
you're
I
just
don't
saying
think
the
it's
word.
I don't
it's
think
like any swear word. You might as well ban all of them.
well, dude, I'm telling you, they for some reason have it on the same level as the N-word hard R for like hate speech. And I'm like, are you serious?
Oh damn it, Bjorn, you bastard!
Come on,
You
Bjorn.
bastard! You can't do this to me. He's just donating.
No.
No.
Well, you can mute yourself and say it, and then technically you have said it.
Yeah, I said it. Just because you didn't hear it.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's like, does a tree fall in the woods if you're not there to see it? Yes, it does. You know?
Alright, I promised. I promised I'd do it. I'll have to do it now.
Mutant the man. Be a mutant, X-Men. You can do it.
But I would like a cheeseburger. that was terrible. I'm pretty sure I could do better, but that was what I brought. That was crack out.
I would like a cheeseburger. Hey, you did kind of sound like you were from the South a little bit. And
the South is so easy to do compared to like other accents. Other accents are very like muted.
Like Boston.
Yeah, like like Boston. Like Boston. I can't do Boston.
See, you sound like a Southerner. You just sounded like a redneck when you did that.
Does Jake look like a knob if we don't see it? That's
know.
like the fucking, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yeah. Björn.
Oh, in answer to that one, like sound is an oscillation of like, it's an actual like physical thing, and so yes, it does make a sound.
And thank you for the donation there, Björn. We definitely appreciate it. You rock.
That sounded like a robot trying to be southern. Damn you, DB Cooper, you bastard.
Sound like a robot trying to be southern? That's funny as hell. Look at my animals, dude. You can come in here and visit them and hang out with them and shit. Isn't that cool?
I'll wait for it to pop up on the stream. Like I said, there's a tiny bit of a stream delay. Oh, I do see what you mean.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Is that like a weasel or something?
It's a bird.
No, I meant the other one.
Oh.
The one you walked past. Look like a fucking weasel.
I've got a few out here. Ah, this thing is really, really weird looking. The moon calf.
The moon calf.
He's got these big ass eyes and this long neck. He kind of looks like Shorty if like we looked at Shorty on mushrooms.
Kind of looks like Shorty if, you know...
If he actually had a neck instead of the big head neck.
Shorty's got like no neck.
He doesn't.
Is he?
He's just like this pit bull torso on twigs and a fucking stump neck with a pit bull head. He is a weird looking bastard, but I love him all the same. The same could be said for me though. You know, it's not like I'm fucking Brad Pitt.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure like Shorty is just, you know, he's just big head but dog form.
Dude, I did not get a haircut before this wrestling match that I had this weekend, and my hairline is so fucked, and like I'm going so fucking bald. It was so bad because I have to take my hat off when I'm wrestling. Dude, I had to like lay down in the ring and someone took a picture and it looks like I have 1/4 of Donald Trump's comb over right now. When my hair was all sweaty and shit.
See, this is why you're the hat guy.
Yeah.
You're hiding your shame.
Because I'm the bald motherfucker guy.
Michael Joe, would you like to see a new King Kong game?
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd fucking love that one on the PS2.
I would love if they remastered it. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, if they just boost it up, even if they just put it on, just like make it more publicly available, I'd play that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Bjorn, Jake needs to do a social experiment where he moves to the south and pretends to be southern whenever people ask you to see. He says he's from Virginia or something.
No, Alabama. They're like,
I'm from Alabama.
Are you from England? No. I'm from Alabama. Or no. You need to move to a northern state and see if you can convince them that you're southern. When they accuse you like of being from England, you'll be like, no, I'm from Alabama.
Well, I'm pretty sure like the entirety of the southern accent is just stolen. So like, I think I could do that.
It's just stolen?
I'm pretty sure like a lot of like the southern accent came over from like England and that.
Yeah, do you fucking know why, Jake?
Because your motherfuckers just went, nah, England isn't good enough for us. Let's go find our own country with blackjack and hookers.
Because people just like you, British people, decided that they were going to fucking move over somewhere else. That's why.
Just like me. Oh yeah, it's my
because,
fault,
but no, I'm just saying, like, it would be no different than your ass showing up here and having a British accent. You're like, we stole it. It's like, no, dude, British people brought it here. It wasn't stolen. It's not like America had its own language and then they were like, you know what? Let's go steal England's accent and their language.
Well, technically you did, because when you left, you completely severed ties. When it came to that whole, war for independence thing, you severed ties, and as a result,
you're still hurt. You're still hurt about that, aren't you?
I'm still hurt about that, but I'm actually quite happy that we got away from that, because that was a lucky fucking escape. That was.
You know, there's a conspiracy theory that America is just the military arm of the British royal family, and that they actually just own America as a war machine.
That does kind of make sense, because that would make sense of why your like military budget is like fucking trillions of dollars.
It's insane. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I always thought that conspiracy theory was really funny.
Would also explain why like the entirety of the government system is all about like gouging money out of you, because they need the money for the military budget.
For the war machine, yeah. To keep being able to afford covering up aliens.
Exactly. This is a whole fucking cover-up now.
They're trying to hide Alex Jones from us.
Nino says most American things are stolen from other better things.
Well, pretty much the entire industrialized world was, hey, I see what you're doing over there. I'm going to start doing that too. All over the place.
Oh yeah, that's the entirety of what we did. Like, whenever we rolled over to a new country, it was just like, oh, you guys are really cool. Let's take all your spices and Olympic quality athletes.
And everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, your religion, though? That one sucks. Here's ours.
Here's a better religion. It's got less gods in it.
Yeah, you've only got one to focus on. It's more streamlined. You don't have to sacrifice as much shit. But, like, we're going to make you feel guilty about literally fucking everything. Oh, did you stub your toe and shout because that hurt? You blasphemer. You're going to hell forever, dude. Sorry to break it to you.
DB Cooper says, I'm from Maine, so we're right across the pond.
So I live literally in the town where every Stephen King novel takes place.
Oh, Bjorn's got an idea for you, Chad. Is that you move to England and pretend to be Scottish.
And pretend to be Scottish? Well, I mean...
You've got the ginger bit going down. So
yeah, I would probably be good.
Like, you all you'd have to do is just keep going with your accent and then you'd be alright.
Keep going with my what?
You know, every time you do that, Chad, it hurts me. Just...
Does it?
I'm just fucking with you.
Dude. Nate can pull off some accents, bro.
Merlin trial.
Oh, I'm terrible with accents. It's mainly because mine is already quite thick, so it's hard to, like, mask it already.
I really want him to show his 23andMe thing on stream. I really do. Nate is like a chameleon. He's made up of, like... Nate is the Ku Klux Klan's worst nightmare. Because, you know, one of their big missions is, like, to keep people from breeding outside of their race, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, keep the purity.
Yeah. And his 23andMe is scattered all over the globe, dude. I don't think there's an ethnicity that exists that's not in his bones. It is awesome. Like, he's Captain Planet, bro. And, like, he can emulate and do impressions of, like, every fucking character you can think of. It's insane.
I'd love to hear his footage.
Oh my god, it's great. It's great. But he can even do.
I'll have to hear it for myself because your current approximation of English is a bit askew, so I don't know.
Look, you can say whatever you want, but I've mastered my English accent. I know.
I can say whatever I want because this is my show now.
This is not your show.
I've stolen the stream.
It's like Spaceman and Zorak on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You remember that shit?
I don't actually.
Dude,
I don't know if that was actually over here. I have no idea.
The early Adult Swim shit is what I'm talking about, so probably not. Because it was relatively new here.
Yeah, it's probably not then.
And
I'd probably find it if I wanted to, like now.
Oh, yeah. They
now.
stream it on Toonami Aftermath all the time. Are you aware of that?
Nino said, like, get Chad a bottle of Buckfast. He'll become a true Scotsman right quick.
Oh, God.
And some dragon soup.
Chad would be open to going commando in a skit? What the fuck?
He means a kilt, I think.
Kilt. Oh, yeah. I'd be like Mad Jack Churchill, dude.
Oh, yeah, that motherfucker was just... Oh, that guy was... There was a reason why he was called Mad Jack.
Yeah, not giving a fuck, 101.
I love hearing about those, the fact that he basically just rolled up like on the beaches.
Playing bagpipes, dude.
Stop playing the bagpipes.
Yeah.
And then just whipped out a sword and charged the line.
Yeah, it'd be like fucking D-Day, dude, and here he comes. It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I think, if I remember correctly, the Germans didn't shoot him because they thought he was mentally deficient.
He was ready to fucking kill them.
Yeah, but that's the point, is that they didn't just wipe him out because they thought he was mentally deficient, which is quite interesting since what they did to their own people.
Dude.
Who were of that kid.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they used to annihilate handicapped people because they thought they were...
They thought he was like, they thought he was mentally deficient. And
Bro.
So as a result, they didn't shoot him until he got right close and started skewering them.
This guy escaped being captured twice. He escaped being captured and being a prisoner of war in World War II 2 times.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of like, it tended to be a lot of like European and like English soldiers that if they get caught and put in like German prisoner of war camps, they would just constantly try to escape.
Yeah.
So that they're just constantly taking up the time of the Germans so they couldn't be out in the front.
Bro, he got away 2 different times, and he is the only person to have killed a German officer with a fucking bow. This guy was fighting with swords and bows and arrows and fucking playing battle music. This man was built for fucking like a century before that. He didn't belong in World War II, and they just didn't know what the fuck to do with him.
Oh yeah, he was like way ahead of his time.
No, he was prehistoric.
Because he was buff in the squad. Like he was giving them like attack buffs.
Oh, get him attack buffs, yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he was, I've done a few research papers on that guy. And he just kept getting crazier. Women couldn't handle him, dude. He just kept getting wilder and doing more wild shit and blowing a bunch of shit up and like... Well, they had to kick him out of the military, pretty much.
They said that they remember Space Ghost when they were younger, but didn't watch it much, but they saw it a couple of times.
Dude, you should be definitely watching Space Ghost. And Toonami Aftermath is this website that fucking streams like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon shit and Fox Kids shit from back when I was growing up. And they do it like it's actual, like an actual TV channel from back in the day. So they'll have old commercials for like 64 games and PS2 games and shit in between, and like old McDonald's commercials and shit.
Well, fucking Nino just said that, to be fair, Mad Jack was drinking 24/7. That'll make you mentally deficient fast.
I mean, a lot of motherfuckers during World War II were hardcore drug addicts and alcoholics, bro. They downplay how much drugs people were taking back in that time.
Yeah.
Like, people were just taking fucking cocaine and fucking alcohol to the dome.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Paul Garcia. Welcome.
What's up?
Let's see. Bill, have you heard that guy of the guys who had a bear in the Polish army? Yeah, Wojtek.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, apparently they had a bear. This is the bit. I'll give you like the quick version of this. Is that essentially like there was like a Polish like artillery unit that they just bought a bear off of a kid who was just like, oh yeah, do you want to buy this bear? Like, do you want to buy this? And they were just like, all right. They didn't realize it was a bear at the time. They hung around with it, played with him, fed him beer and cigarettes. And eventually they were actually being shipped out, and so they were just like, no mascots on the boat. Like, you're not allowed to take mascots with you. So I'll give you a guess what they did.
Hit him.
No. They enlisted him.
Oh, shit.
They actually made him a soldier, and so he was Private Wojtek.
No fucking way, dude.
He had a pay book and everything.
So he was just one of the boys.
We rolled up to the boat with him, and they just said, no mascots, and they were just like, well, he's not a mascot, he's private, he's got a rank and everything. And they're just like, they were so mad.
I mean, dude. Oh, shit. I just got into deep shit right here, boys.
Oh, shit, what have you done? Yeah, you walked into the wrong neighborhood.
I'm fucking them up, dude. Do you think I'm playing?
Bjorn, the bear was not a pet, he was a soldier who carried artillery and smoked cigarettes. Yeah, he would actually just help them carry around the big-ass fucking rounds for the artillery.
So you're telling me that they got into close quarters combat and that motherfucker didn't go to work? I'm telling you, he probably did.
No, they were an artillery unit. They were like far back. They were well away from where the actual.
Well, though, if you're carrying like shells and shit like that, I mean, that shit's heavy as hell. So he probably did help out a lot.
He was mostly there to help with fucking what's the name of it? Like morale. Because like the soldiers love like messing about with him, wrestling him, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you that was a cool ass situation.
Oh yeah. Eventually he was retired, and he got to live in I think like a zoo.
Dude, that's crazy. You know, the only dog to have a Medal of Honor in the United States military is a pit bull. Named like Stumpy or something like that.
I remember there was a dog during, I think it was World War I believe, that was given a medal.
Yeah.
I think his name was like Rags or something like that.
Well, this particular pit bull would alert the dudes that there was about to be an incoming fucking raid. Like, he could hear the planes coming before they could.
Oh yeah, this dog, this little dog, he would do something similar, because apparently, whenever, like, he would hear the stuff happening, and whenever that happens, he would just lay down and cover his face with the paws. And so whenever they saw him doing that, they immediately went into action.
I mean, yeah, it's like, thanks, bro. We're fucking getting the hell out of here. That would be a nice.
Bjorn just says, "Imagine if they had a gorilla."
Oh my god, dude. Could you imagine though? Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, you could put him like because of his general sort of shape, like you could probably put some clothes on the gorilla, give him a uniform.
But I mean, as an opposing force, could you imagine coming over the top of a hill and just seeing like 20 fucking gorillas and just being like, oh my god. Like
20 gorillas that someone's given rifles to.
Bro.
Like, who gave them rifles?
Not rifles. Set them motherfuckers up like Wolverine and just put big ass claws on their fucking hands that are already ungodly. And just
you're talking like those like fucking those like armored trolls from Skyrim.
Exactly. Dude, imagine you're the Viet Cong in Vietnam, and America has just dropped off 5 cages full of those, and you're walking through the woods and you just run into that. I mean, you're fucked. You are fucked.
Nino's just said Private Rajang, and they go, that would be fucking horrifying.
Oh my god, dude. That would be fucking horrifying. And you know what? The people in war times have done such horrific shit. Like, I am totally aware that is absolutely heinous, and it would be fucked up to do that to those animals who absolutely wouldn't deserve it. But bro, they were doing experiments on, like, removing heads from apes and shit and putting them on other bodies and shit during World War II. They were doing some fucking crazy shit.
They were also, there was like a whole ass fucking thing where they did that to people too.
Yeah, but I feel like, as far as, I wouldn't put it past one of the countries in World War II dropping off a cage full of fucking gorillas to just go ham on people.
I remember, wasn't it like Russia? They trained dogs to basically run under tanks and, like, with bombs attached to them, and they just run under the tank and blow it up.
I've never heard of that.
But the problem is that they trained the dogs on Russian tanks.
What?
And so, whenever they'd actually get them in the scenario where they're going to do it,
they would blow up the Russian tanks.
Just immediately beeline it straight to the Russian tanks.
Oh my god, dude. Is that real?
That is real. They actually did that.
Dude. That is fucking... I bet you somebody really, really got court-martialed over that.
Oh yeah, someone definitely got in trouble for that.
Release the hounds! Oh dear God!
It's just like that bit from the fucking Simpsons where it's just like, oh, they look pretty mad, and you go, oh, I've been starving them, teasing them, singing off key.
For something so absolutely disgusting, it's pretty funny.
It's not. Says gorilla riding, like gorillas riding into battle on rhinos.
The thing about it is, like, the reality of it is fucking horrific. The outcome of it is pretty hilarious.
DB Cooper says, yeah, the bomb dogs is real. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible, dude. You know what? I mean, that's karma, though. That shit backfired on them big time, evidently.
Well, exactly. As I said, like, they were just kind of stupid about it. The fact they're fucking training them on your tanks, like, the tanks don't look the same.
No.
The dog would instantly look at at your tank and go, that's the tank I'm meant to go on.
This is the one I get biscuits for. Yes.
It's like, why the fuck would I go under that one? That one doesn't look like the one I've been shown.
Nobody has given me a single piece of cheese for getting that one. They're so food-driven, bro. Dogs don't give a shit about anything unless they can hump it or eat it. It's like, give me that. I'm gonna hump that. All right, leave me alone.
It kind of reminds me of a few blokes I've seen down the pub.
Yeah. Yes. Shorty often acts like a drunk person.
He's just a little drunk person. He is exceptionally loud.
Oh my god, dude. He's snoring right now. Can you hear him?
I can't hear him. I don't think the mic's picking up. You can pick him up and put him right up against the mic.
No, I'm just moving it over there. He's not snoring loud now.
See, he's obnoxious. He's just doing it on purpose. He's not even asleep.
Yeah, he's not even asleep. Bomb dogs, dude. What the fuck?
DB Cooper says they used to experiment on people by removing bones and implanting metal and other things to make super soldiers, and usually never ended well.
Yeah,
those people probably died.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Wolverine had to have like a special metal for that to ever even work.
And also the whole thing of him having, mutant healing powers.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only reason he fucking survived.
Yeah, that's
because his body was able to handle it.
Exactly. It was trying to reject it.
Darren Roots says release the war alligators.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, there was a fucking Chad, did you ever play Far Cry 6?
Yes.
Do you remember the fucking crocodile you could get?
I just did the
Revelio.
I did the free like weekend pass thing where it lets you play it for free.
Awesome. As I said, like, do you remember the fucking the attack alligator you could get?
I didn't get that far.
It's at like the start of the game. Like, what the
Oh wait, it wasn't a humongous one.
No, it wasn't a human. It was just like a little sort of regular sized one.
Yeah, I do.
It had like a gold tooth or something.
Yeah, I do remember that. It wasn't like this big ass. Didn't it right after you go and meet like that drunk dude on the beach or whatever?
Yeah, you go meet the drunk dude at the beach.
Yeah,
And he just introduced you to, I think his name was like Guapo.
Yes.
The alligator, I think.
And I was actually pretty drunk myself when I was playing that. It was on the weekend, and I just downloaded it to like test it out and everything. And plus, there was like a Stranger Things DLC or something I was trying to get to.
Oh yeah, you probably wouldn't have been able to get to that because it was like, I think it's later in the game.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get to it. I was pretty pissed. But I don't think it's going away. I think it's something that is just in the game now.
Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, it is just in the game. I will say it's not amazing. Like, I played it personally, like the Stranger Things thing. It wasn't amazing.
Well, that sucks because it definitely could have been. Which I'm a huge fan of Far Cry. I loved Far Cry 5 and New Dawn. I thought they were amazing.
I think Far Cry 5 is one of my personal favorites.
It's one of the best games I've ever played.
I think just because like the stupidity, like mixed with the American setting was just so fucking funny to me.
Oh yeah. Hey,
The fact that you could
new
just throw
subscriber.
baseball bats at people.
I just loved the story, dude. I thought it was so perfect for.
Oh yeah, the cult like made so much sense. Like, why would an army be doing all this weird shit and like be doing all this thing? A cult would be doing this.
Yeah, they definitely would be, and especially the way people were acting at the time.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty on point. Dude, that shit has calmed down drastically. There was a couple year period in America where it was just like, are we really going to get together and like rally around the blue collar comedy tour army? Like, is everybody going to pledge their allegiance to Jeff Foxworthy next? Like, what are y'all doing?
I don't know, cults have never made much sense to me.
Well, imagine one based around a politician. That shit didn't make any sense at all.
Well, D.B. Cooper said, send in the honey badger troops.
Send in the honey badger troops.
Or emus.
Dude, the emu army,
said,
that
chorizo.
video. Have you seen that video?
Chorizo was the cutest motherfucker ever.
Oh, chorizo, yeah.
The little dog.
Yeah. Oh, Shorty's getting loud, listen.
I mentioned dog.
Did you just wake up? You little bastard.
I'm telling you, he's obnoxious. He's doing it on purpose.
You are doing this on purpose. He raised his ears up, and he's trying to ignore me, but he's wanting to listen because he knows I'm talking about him. Yes, I'm talking about you, Shorty.
I'm telling you, it's because I mentioned dog. He's all straight in there.
Yeah.
Bjorn says, does anyone else feel like Skull and Bones looks kind of meh? Yeah, I can agree with that. It
Looks
does look
kind
a
of
bit,
what?
It looks kind of meh. You know, like,
Meh. I don't even know what that is.
It's like a pirate game that I think someone's making. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Someone's making it.
I think it might be Ubisoft.
How nice to see
Possibly.
you, my young friend.
Well, they definitely pump out a lot of games.
Nino said, is a fucking emo, you daft. See you next Tuesday. I read his words exactly. I shan't get the fucking place kicked off.
Let's see. Quests. We've done so many quests.
Fucking DB Cooper's just
Ooh,
said, all salute. President Jeff Foxworthy.
Dude, seriously, why not at this point? You know, why not just elect fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson as president? What are his qualifications? He's The Rock.
Oh yeah, it is Ubisoft.
Quests. That's what I need. Meet with Deke. Okay. Are y'all motherfuckers gonna tell me where I need to go? It's got three different
yes,
fucking
it's a
markers.
Ubisoft pirate game they hyped up for almost a decade. Yeah, that shit never works. Like, we all remember the Duke Nukem Forever thing.
Yeah, yeah. Not the happiest of days.
Like, at some point, like, if you've been, like, threatening to release a game for a fucking decade, at some point you just go, it's not coming out. Fuck it, we're not doing this. Because it's nothing that comes out will ever be as good as the hype.
Right.
Dido says, Ubisoft has been on my shit list ever since they killed Rayman. That's fair.
Why would you ever kill Rayman?
I don't know, they just kind of just went like, fuck it. Fuck Rayman.
But how could you be like that?
And also Nino just says, Cyberpunk. That shit was announced after The Witcher 3 and came out like fucking ages ago. Like ages after.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, how can you announce something, spend forever to make it, and then act like it was rushed, and that's why it sucks.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like if the game was took you like maybe 6 years to come out, that isn't rushed. That's a normal kind of development cycle. That's actually just a bit longer than a development cycle.
Yeah, I don't know why. I still haven't played the game.
Love Cyberpunk 2077. Just saying. All right, Paul, I'll see it. I'll see how it is.
Hello, Homura.
What'd he say?
He just said love Cyberpunk 2077. Just saying. I was like, you can have your opinion. Your opinion is yours.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were very disappointed by the game.
I can also appreciate a contrary opinion.
DB Cooper said, damn, I haven't thought of Rayman in years. Welcome to the nostalgia gaming zone.
A zone that I like to stay in myself.
It's quite nice. I like that the chat went from jokes at the British to Animal Warfare. And now we're on to games.
Look, we talk about what we want to talk about.
The creator of Rayman left and works on an animal reservation now. That's interesting, people. Any particular reason why he's now working on an animal reservation? Or has he just got bored with games?
Hey, I got a long coat.
Haven't you just been wearing long coats this whole time? Like, is this coat even
robes
longer?
And shit, you know? Is it level locked? I gotta be level 8 or 19 before I can even put on my new drip. What the?
I fucking hate that shit in games. Where it's just like you have to be a certain level to wear this drip.
Right.
It's like,
I need to be able to show out right now.
Like, if I put this coat on, does it just slip off my body and say you're not worthy?
Exactly. What if that's all I've got? So I'm gonna get a indecent exposure charge just because I'm not leveled up.
Nino has said even the creators gave up on Cyberpunk LOL. They basically stopped updating and fixing it. Now they're on The Witcher 4.
That's ugly.
Like I don't like. No one really trusts CD Projekt Red anymore.
Reparo.
Like they had like a lot of a lot of pull because they had because everyone loved The Witcher.
Yeah, of course.
But then they just fucking dropped it immediately with Cyberpunk, and then now they're going to go back to The Witcher, but it's not going to work. People are just going to not trust you.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently the creator of Rayman also made the King Kong game.
What?
According to Bjorn, anyway. He says that the creator likes animals. He also made Beyond Good and Evil, which is about an animal reservation in a way.
Repair.
Bjorn's just like blowing my mind today.
Hey, he knows things. I don't get shit for repairing that fucking... Come on, man. Oh, wait, there's another one? What are you doing over here, you bastard?
Davey Cooper said, I would like to see something done with Earthland Jim nowadays. Well, then again, the way things fluctuate, it probably end up being crap. And I go, that's probably true. And a Bully remake would be kind of cool. I can agree with that.
But at the same time, would you rather they at least try than just leave it? Like, that's the question you gotta ask yourself. Should they even try?
I would prefer often that they just leave a game alone if it's already good, instead of like remaking it and making it crap. Like look at the 3 make, for example. You know, the Resi 3 make.
Yeah.
Like the original was quite good. It was really good. And then they made the 3 make. And don't get me wrong, it looked amazing, the gameplay was fine, but they just cut so much out of it, and it was such a downgraded experience compared to the Resi 2 make.
Yeah, I just, I don't have really any experience with that one. I do know that Renegade Nick was very upset with it. He was not happy at all about it. So,
well, there's a whole last section out of the game that they just cut out.
Yeah, he was fucking pissed.
There was a section in a graveyard. I think it was in and around a graveyard, and there was a whole last boss that they just cut out. I think it was called the Gravedigger Worm. As I said, they just cut out like a lot of sections of the game, and they just kind of ignored. It's just they didn't exist.
Damn it! I'm done with this bell tower. It's pissed me off. Fuck off, bell tower.
Nino said I just kind of like new ideas. People just need to stop being stuck in the past and trying to revive it or reboot it, because it's never going to capture the magic of the originals. That is true.
This is what I see in that, right? So you take... I think that it can be for us, people that are older than like 18, it can be for us. But I think a lot of these remakes are really best suited for people who, and I get this, people who just can't play older games like that were made on the PS1, especially around that era, where the graphics, where they were trying to do 3D graphics and they just shouldn't have been because they fucking sucked and they're terrible to look at. Like,
I can kind of see it with like really old games, and especially in some cases where they're like on a hardware that you can basically just not get access to.
Exactly, and it's like at that point, why not just make the graphics look better? If you're not changing the game too much, like your gripe with Resident Evil 3 is them changing the game too much. If they stick to the story and they pretty much just recreate the game with better graphics, I'm all for that.
Well, this is why I'm slightly worried about Resident Evil 4 remake. Is that it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks fantastic. I'm quite excited to play it. But the problem is that there's no way that they can release the game and make everybody happy. Because the people who like the original, they're going to change too much stuff. I already saw the trailer and they've changed a lot of stuff. And so they're not going to be happy. And then the people who like the new stuff might not like some of the old elements from the game.
Right.
So, like, you know, no one's going to be happy. But, like, I think just enjoy the game. If you like it, go for it.
Yeah.
Revelio.
Yeah, I just hope that it's not, like, you know, doing too much in the realm of changing things.
Yeah, as I said, I actually recently watched your video about the third trailer.
Yeah.
And I watched it, like, I didn't watch the trailer ahead of time. I was just like, I'll watch it with the guys.
Right.
And I watched the trailer and I was just like, that's different. That's not the same. What the fuck's that? What's going on here? Like, there was a lot of sections where fucking Luis is hanging around with you as like an actual companion. And I was like, what's cropping off here? That's not normal.
No.
Luis is just a character that turns up.
Well, you get to fight with him inside that house when the zombies
Yeah,
swarm.
but that's like a one-off section. And
Yeah.
He barely even does anything. He's just kind of there.
Yeah.
It's all you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Beyond said the music room is awesome. I'm assuming it means for Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah. That big-ass music room was cool as shit.
Nino said that the problem is they dumb things down for a new audience, fixing things for the better, great, but you'd be surprised how much something as small as a colour scheme can fuck up the vibe. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I get it.
Movement of the characters, physics, and such.
I would rather some shit not be exactly the way that it was when it first came out, and people to actually know what the hype was about as far as story is concerned, the characters, like a knowledge of the fucking lore of what's going on and everything.
I think the problem is that if they cut out certain aspects, the story might not flow the same way it did before.
Totally get it. Name something in this world that is fucking perfect. You know, there's always an issue. But the overall thing for me is that a franchise either has a history that continues or it doesn't. You know, we can either have a remake to explain shit or a Wikipedia article for people in 10 years. That's the way I see it. If these companies would take and like archive their shit in a way that the public has access to it without resorting to fucking piracy, it's a different story. But right now, remakes are one of the best ways to remind people or introduce people to shit that we've had before.
Oh yeah. Well, either way, I'm still quite excited to play it, and it's coming out. I think end of this month, like end of March. I mean.
Yeah, it's coming out the 25th of March. So, not long. Less than a month now.
Let's see. DB Cooper says, it's a little petty seeing how the game is about fighting mutated zombies, but seeing Leon parry that chainsaw with his knife in the RE4 remake trailer just irritates me a little bit. I don't know, I think it's a nice change, because in theory you could actually, block a chainsaw with a knife. Because the metal of the knife would probably not go well with a chain.
Rumor is that a former
headmaster, Professor Mong, probably wouldn't be a good situation.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be the best situation to go with, but all I'm saying is like you could effectively do so. And it's more of a parry, it's more of like a deflecting blow. It's not like he's not defending it specifically. I imagine it's probably like a hard thing to do in the game, like it's you have to like get the parry timing really down well, otherwise he insta-kills you like in the original.
You may find a reward.
I need to just
like it rewards you for being good at the parry system.
Turn the game volume off because it's just people talking and people talking over people talking from the game. But yeah, I get it, but I wouldn't attempt to parry a chainsaw with a knife.
Yeah, but like if some mad bastard wearing a bag on his head were coming at you with a chainsaw,
I'd run. I'm running like a motherfucker. I'm running.
Like. Yeah, I know you can run, but like maybe he can run just as fast as you can.
Not with the chainsaw, probably.
I know you've seen like how fast like some people can fucking run with like the heaviest of objects.
Can they bob and weave though? You know what I'm saying? He's got both arms occupied. He can't balance himself like I can. I'll be ninja mode on his ass. But I get what Annapolis is saying. Here's what I enjoyed the Xbox release of GoldenEye for the controls. Like, GoldenEye's controls on the 64, I had nothing to compare it to when it came out, but nowadays...
They're a bit scuffed.
Nowadays, I do not want to play GoldenEye on my 64 at all. Like, now that it's out on Xbox, and I got to see what it was like with 2 sticks, and, like, not having to use the C buttons to do shit and everything, I was like, holy shit, this is so much better. So I like the idea of something like Resident Evil 1 that coming out with the raw director's cut the same way that it was on PS1, but with better controls.
Resident Evil 1 remake, because it was basically just exactly as it is, just updated.
Like, the controls sucked on the PS1, dude. The Resident Evil games, raw on the PS1, are mind-numbingly horrible to control. The camera angles suck balls. The controls suck balls. The best thing about it was the fucking story.
Well, CJ has asked, what new spells have you got, Chad?
I got a few.
DB Cooper says, the chainsaw would completely rip the knife out of your hands. Not necessarily. As I said, if you took it as a sort of glancing blow, like as like a parry, like I think it could in theory work. If you just held it directly into the thing, yeah, it probably would tear like the knife out of your hands. But like, I don't know, like the way from the animation I saw of him doing it, it seemed to be like more of a parry rather than like a direct standing, like a static block.
Yeah. I mean,
Bjorn says Florida man parries chainsaw with a butter knife.
Seriously though, and you better have a big ass knife, dude.
Well,
not
I'm
a butter
pretty sure
knife.
Leon does like his knife is quite a.
He's got one of those combat knives. Yeah, they're big, but they're not machete big or anything.
Oh yeah. They're as big as you could probably get before it starts turning into a fucking machete.
Yeah. But you know me, I'm all about retro game conservation. Here's what I would like. What I would appreciate, and what I think could be cool as shit for companies to do in the future, though I know the likelihood of this is really not very good, is if they released repair parts for original hardware, and they re-released games like they did, the Player's Choice titles and things like that. Just have retro re-releases. A bunch of the Squaresoft games, they didn't stop printing until like 2018 or something. Like some of the Final Fantasy games you can get sealed from their website still. To this day, you can get brand new sealed Final Fantasy games on the website. What is it, Square Enix?
Square Enix.
Yeah, you can buy fucking brand new copies of PS1 games off their website sealed, because they didn't stop printing them until 6 years ago or something.
But the thing is, I don't know how viable that would be as a business strategy. But to be perfectly honest, I'm not exactly in on the retro games market.
It costs nothing to print those discs, dude. I mean, honestly, the cost, if it costs so much to print CDs and with cases and labels and all that shit, then like mid 2010s indie music wouldn't exist. Like, people were funding their bands with $250. They were printing like 100 CDs.
Oh yeah, I remember walking down the street, and then just some random guy walks up and just says like, "Do you want to buy my rap, like my rap CD?" And it's like,
yeah,
no, but I like the ingenuity.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you're telling me like these major gaming companies couldn't do that with their old games? Of course they could. They could re-release them bitches, no problem. And it wouldn't cost them shit to do it. The demand could be there, right now with, like, here's one system Nate and I were talking about that just gets treated like shit nowadays. The 3DS. Okay? 3DS games have not been released on the Switch, like, the way that they should. The Switch was supposed to be the replacement for the 3DS.
Yeah.
But you can't play games that you bought 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Like, how long could you play Game Boy games for until they stopped working on the the Advance?
Like, I think it was on like the first version of the DS. They still had like a port for Game Boy games.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck happened to that?
And I'm pretty sure, like, even in the later versions of DS, like they had like adapters you could get for Game Boy games.
Yeah, that would be super sick.
Like they had adapters for the fucking like the actual full consoles, like the SNES and that.
Yeah.
That you could just plug that shit in, and just plug the little Game Boy game in and play it on your console.
Yeah, dude. I'm definitely not happy with how that backwards compatibility situation has gone on. Luckily, Nate let me borrow one of his 3DSs because he had a couple of them, and so I've been able to back up some of my shit on my Pokemon games and play a few things here and there whenever I feel like it. But
well, I haven't got like, as I said, I'm not exactly much of a retro game conservationist as your good self. But I do actually still have a Game Boy.
Yeah, dude.
I still have a load of games for it. I've got like a little case where I keep it in.
Is it one of the backlit ones, or is it a?
It's the SP more specifically.
Yeah. So it's backlit.
The little flip one.
Mm-hmm. Those things are awesome. I would love to have one. They're like $150. They're
I
very
actually
expensive.
kind of cheated the system because I had one originally.
Mr. Cell.
When they came out, but then, like I ended up getting rid of it for some reason because I was an idiot child.
You wanted something new and shiny, probably.
Yeah, I wanted the new and shiny. Regardless of the fact that when I was a kid, like, I didn't get the new and shiny until it was old.
Yeah, for real. I know that.
I didn't get no consoles, no games until they came very much down.
Yeah. It
like,
was
I remember when the fucking 360 came out.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a 360 until the fucking well after the fucking what was it, the black version of it came out?
The Elite.
The Elite. I didn't get one until ages after the Elite came out.
Yeah, dude.
But yes, the what was it? I remember. I ended up getting one because a mate of mine had like 3 of them for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, and he just went like,
Oh,
"I don't really want this one. It looks like shit, but it still runs. Do you want it?" And I was like, I'll take it off your hands."
Yeah. What the fuck? Hell yeah.
Well,
Say less.
the outside of it is scuffed to fuck. Like it's been absolutely just decimated.
Oh,
but that's the shell. The inside of it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, dude. You can get a replacement shell easy.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I don't really care that much. I'm not exactly looking at it and going, "Ooh, that's fancy." I just want to play games on it.
I'm weird. I really enjoy the aesthetics of video game consoles. Like, I think they are really cool to look at. So, yeah, I try to... Mine are beat up because of how I've had to store them over the years. Like, I started my collection a decade ago, pretty much. And there have been times I've had to move in a hurry and just, like, different things that have caused me to beat and bang on them. But I try to fucking tidy those things up when I can as a hobby.
Oh yeah, as I said, like it's probably very easy for me to fix that thing up.
I really want to take some of that bleach. Like, there's bleach for hair, like for chicks that want to like bleach their hair or dudes or whatever.
Exactly what you're on about.
And if you put that on these old consoles like the Dreamcast that gets kind of a yellow tint to it, and then you put saran wrap across it and put it out in the sun, it like removes the yellow.
That is such a weird system. That sounds like some voodoo shit.
Yeah, dude. I've seen several people do it. And it like totally whitens out all that shit. Like, you've seen Super Nintendos and shit that get all yellow. That's how you gotta clean them by like bleaching it off.
I remember, like, I've met very few amounts of people who actually know what I'm on about. When I say that, I used to have one of the Game Boy Micro. Well, Bjorn said, which console would you say is the most durable? I'll be kind of like fucking it on the
PS2 Slim. PS2 Slim, GameCube.
Oh no, I'd say Nokia. You could play Snake on that.
Oh yeah.
Games console.
Well, it's not really. What am I supposed to do here?
Wasn't there like a Nokia, like an actual phone, like an actual phone games console? I think it was like the Nokia N-Gage or something like that.
Oh yeah, the Engage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like,
There was
that
an
one
L-
is actually like a it's meant to be like an actual proper games console.
Yeah,
But
there,
like it's also a phone too.
there's a Elder Scrolls game for that thing.
Mm.
Actually, there was also a demo that I played a ROM of on the PSP that was Oblivion for the PSP.
Oh yeah. I remember hearing about that. Isn't it like scuffed to fuck?
No, it wasn't bad. It was
Like I remember hearing it's just like it's not like a proper version of it. Like it's not finished.
Oh no! It's not finished. I've got Resident Evil 1.5 also. Do you know about that?
You've got it all. You're as you say. You're a retro games like fucking conservationist. You're like.
I don't have it all. I have things that I've found interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely not the authority on anything like that. It's just something I like. But yeah, I bought this Resident Evil 1.5 offline, and I thought this was an actual game, that it was like a special edition or something. I didn't know that it was a fabricated ROM that had been leaked. So the original idea for Resident Evil 2 was like this college schoolgirl in the middle of this zombie apocalypse scenario, and they nearly finished the entire game. Like, they had it pretty much done, and then they were like, nah, scrap that idea, we're doing this. And that's how Leon, and all that shit came out, was because they took the original idea of the like college schoolgirl and they were like, fuck that, we want like a hero in this.
DB Cooper says that the OG Xbox.
No.
For durable consoles.
Absolutely not. And I'll give you...
I would probably disagree too. I never had one, but like I heard that they were a bit temperamental.
I have 3 of them, and one of them works. Okay? The disk drive, the disk tray there is, without fixing them, there is like not a single one that has lasted this long and runs well. There's a disk drive issue with the rubber band that like goes on a little wheel that pushes the disc tray out and brings it back in, that just slips like crazy. So you have to literally take a tiny little metal rod and pop the disc tray out manually after pressing the button. On almost every OG Xbox, that happens. And you have to fix it, or it will always be that way. And eventually the motor, the mechanisms inside of it that cause it to open up and pop out will just go fucking completely flat, and it won't be able to operate. There's also a battery that will go bad and leak on the board. It'll leak battery acid on the board and kill the whole thing.
Well, DB Cooper says that my old OG Xbox got the break wind of death, so when it died, we just tried to smash it with a bat, and then the damn console didn't even crack a little.
No, the casing is tough. Like, as far as being a fucking brick, there's no doubt about that. But when you're talking about actually functioning correctly, hell no. You got to do maintenance on those things, or they're fucked.
Oh, DB Cooper says, "Lol, I thought you meant overall physical durability."
No, physical durability. If you were to catapult those fucking things against if you were to take them to Helm's Deep and fucking go up against the wall, you would knock it down. Like, that thing could take down the Great Wall of China if you had enough of them. But is it going to run well without doing anything to it? Absolutely not. Like, the battery thing is a big problem. Those batteries, the seals on those batteries bust open and leak battery acid all over your motherboard, and they fuck up. You have to remove it, or that will happen. So
I'm glad that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, how shitty is that, dude? Like, literally, either let your machine die or do surgery on it. The choice is yours.
I know, surgery usually isn't worth it.
Right? So that's why a lot of them are fucked up. Those things are going to get harder and harder to find at a fast rate. And the hard drives suck.
Good old American-made casing.
They're not SSDs, so you know those hard drives are going to bite the dust before too long also. So you got to replace the hard drive, you've got to replace the battery, you've got to fix the fucking disk drive. So those things are just waiting to be fucked.
I was about to say something and then fucking Bjorn just rolled in with a dad joke. It just says, why did the Great Wall fall? Because it was made in China.
Oh, dude, they're actually coming out with some badass phones and shit. You know, like I can't say anything about the fact that they've taken other people's technology and souped it up. But quality and practices is not always the strongest point. You got to be real about that. Dude, I got to tell a funny redneck joke. God bless my grandmother. She's no longer with us, but she did something incredibly funny one time. So she went out. We had a little family picnic at my grandmother's house, and she bought these picnic tables and these chairs that were incredibly cheap. Like, she probably got them from the dollar store, and she was going on and on about how she got such a good deal on these chairs. Everybody's hanging out, and she sits down in one of those chairs for the first time, and I mean, the leg snaps like it was a fucking twig, dude. It just goes out from under her. She hits the ground. She rolls a little bit because it was on a hillside. And, dude, she's red in the face, mad, and she was like, see what they're doing to us? They're attacking us with their products. Like, she was saying this was some Chinese plot to take her ass out. She was mad. She took that shit personal. Like, that shit was
just the case with like Southern people in general. It's like they can be the most friendly people you ever meet.
Yeah.
But then also, if you fucking
the maddest
like,
people,
if you annoy them, they take that shit personal.
Yeah, it was a personal attack, and America had need to prepare itself for the plastic chair attack of 1998. You know?
Bjorn says, was it those typical white plastic picnic chairs?
It was. It was a typical mad white person reaction to it. Anyway, that's going to have to do it for the stream. I've gone a little bit over. I've got to get into a meeting with Nate here in just a second to talk about some shit we've got planned. Thank you, Jake, for joining in on the chat. Appreciate you, brother. It's been a blast. Thank you for the donation there. I really appreciate that. And you guys need to check out the Murky Kraken Tavern. Go check it out. You'll have a good time. Bjorn, you're the man. Wolfbane, appreciate you. Everybody who donated. I also appreciate DB Cooper, CJ, Nino, always, of course, Paul Garcia, and everybody else that hung out. Good times.
And anyone else sneaking about? Did you mention Darren Root?
I did not. Darren, good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys had a good time, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. You'll say bye? Say bye, Jake.
Bye.
You got to do it an American goodbye.
Bye, y'all.
There we go.